currently sitting in front of my warehouse. I was supposed to go and do a job today, but wasn't really feeling up to it. And the reason I haven't posted a video in a couple of days is because I hurt my back pretty bad. Like, it's better now than what it was, but just sitting here, just my lower back has a section about that big. It's just all locked up. It feels like a little brick back there. So I called my customer and she was okay with holding off on the job for a little bit. Yeah, after I did the door install, got everything cleaned up and moved a bunch of doors, looking for doors for other customers, and just trying to get everything done. And just during that time, I guess I overdid it a little bit. And yesterday I just spent the whole day in bed and just trying to, from bed to the chair, just trying not to move too much. And this morning woke up, felt a little bit better, but I was like, just had a hard time getting out of bed, and took like a really, really, really hot shower, just trying to loosen up everything, and it just sucks. So tomorrow I'm gonna go see the doctor. I got a buddy of mine, and he idly did the doors and windows at his house, so he's been my doctor for a while now. And the landlord's coming, I guess, to finish up the painting. He's almost done, just one little square here, and he'll be done painting. Went with like a bright, like sky blue or gray blue or something like that. Anyways, I think I'm gonna move up out of the way, let him do his thing. So while this morning I went and was getting breakfast and a couple things and listening to the radio, and they had these two women on the radio, and they were talking about how all men are just horrible, and they're abusive, and they're chauvinistic and misogynist, and all the other words that they used. I can't even remember all of them. And they're teaching other women how to get alimony and get the house into divorce and everything else, and I'm sure there's some men that deserve that. I've met a couple of married men that are absolute dogs and don't give a shit about their wife and talks bad about them behind their back, and but I've also met and being in my line of work, I go to a lot of homes, so I see a lot of stuff, and a lot of my friends where the women are the bad ones. Not saying that the men are perfect, but in fact, I got in a debate with a woman one time, and she was like, all men are bad, and I said, that's 100% true, as long as you realize that women are evil. But it's interesting to listen to these two women talk, and what really got me is the fact that there was a time where a woman and a man love each other enough to enter into a government contract and have this big celebration and a party, and spend thousands and thousands of dollars to have this marriage certificate. And then if they have kids or if they don't, but then something happens and this love goes away, and next thing you know that women are entitled to everything, and destroy, and I've seen it where it destroyed some men's lives. I don't know, I find it interesting how it can go from two people meeting each other, wooing each other, falling in love, getting married, and then out comes the daggers. I know I have 7 sisters. I've heard of a lot of conversations behind their husbands' backs and behind their boyfriends' backs. I've heard the things that are said without filters, and I'm going to tell you, if you're a man and you don't know what women say, it is brutal. Absolutely brutal what they do behind some people's back, and not all of them. I mean, I have some sisters that are very wholesome, and you know, they have good marriages, but I have other sisters that literally use men to get pregnant so they can have more babies for welfare and government handouts, and of course alimony as soon as she can get it. And you know, I haven't spoke to this particular sister in many years, but the last that I saw of her, I think she had like 9 or 11 kids, you know. So, and it was bad. I couldn't be around her. She's also the one that stole all my dad's money and stole his Social Security, and he wouldn't press charges because, you know, it was his baby, and I understand that, but damn. But I just got to thinking, it's not really, you know, about battle of the sexes or anything like that. It's about how does it transition from like this ultimate love to where they want to spend the rest of their lives together, and then a few years later, or in some cases a few decades later, it just turns into, you know, it turns into this bloodbath. I don't know, and I'm not saying everyone or everybody's like that, you know, but I've seen it enough to know that it's not rare. You know, it's not anything that is the outlying factor. It's very common for it to go that way. I've seen it where I've been to houses, and you know, it's brutal. I mean, I don't even know how else to say it. One of the reasons why, you know, not the reason, but one of the reasons why I'm very leery about, you know, dating women and just dating in general. And like, I know most of the dates that I've been on, after a short conversation with a woman, I find out, you know, they're on all this kind of medication and pills, or they're, you know, they're 420 enthusiasts, or sometimes they like to party a little bit harder, you know, or they're borderline alcoholics, you know, or of course you know, and I don't mean to make light of this, but you know, all of them have a backstory where they don't trust men, or the one I love the best is where you go over their house and they got like 6 dogs, and you be like, you ain't got time for me. So maybe because I think about things a little too much, maybe I don't go through this world blindly. So anyways, I'm in a lot of pain right now. My back hurts. So, but I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna rest up another day and then go see the doctor tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video tomorrow, but I'll try. So, and I still gotta get the second computer hooked up to so I can get the Twitch going. I got the first computer hooked up, and that's kind of going okay. It's an old computer. I definitely need to get a new one, but I need to get these jobs done. I need to get the money in the bank. I got to get all this stuff taken care of so I can go on and start getting rid of a bunch of stuff that I have. If you've seen the door building video, you know that my office is a little overloaded with stuff I got to sell. That's the thing, you know. I got so much stuff I don't even know where to start anymore. Anyways, and I don't, you know, nothing against women. I love women. I just haven't found the right one to actually love. So, anyways, I need to shut up while I'm ahead, I guess. Peace, love, money. I'm out.